before we talk about how I was a dumb fuck, we can talk about other people being dumb fucks. I watched one of Donald Trump's campaign appearances in Pennsylvania. What was this? Would have been Monday, I guess, in this week that we're first broadcasting in, somewhere around Monday, April 25th, as a time reference, depending on when you're listening to this. I listened to Donald Trump, one of his campaign appearances in Pennsylvania, and it reminded me in some ways, of Handsome Jimmy Valiant, in that he is completely incoherent. If you write down, if you transcribe what he says, they are English words. They don't belong in anywhere near that order that he phrases them in. It makes no sense at all, but when he says it, it sounds good coming from him. It can draw some money. That was Handsome Jimmy Valiant's old promos, and that's Donald Trump. Talk about people not fucking getting to being that stupid. Who is out there? Who are these 5% of the country or whatever the fuck it is that would actually vote for this fucking guy? Who are they, and what kind of fucking restraints can we put them in during this election? Because he's a buffoon. He's a fucking foon. He's incoherent. It's not Handsome Jimmy Valiant on further thought. He is Bob Loose. Chicago wrestling impresario Bob Loose. I tell you, there's blood everywhere, and there's some blood in the streets tonight in Chicago, baby. Hear that, Bruiser and Crusher? Yes. But with Donald Trump, it's like, there are people talking about cancer. We're gonna take this cancer out of the picture. No more of this cancer. We're gonna be so great on cancer, you're not gonna believe it. Great on cancer, it's a bad thing. And he is talking about doing shit that is fucking, not just he can't do, but is impossible for humankind to do, or for the people involved to do, such as forcibly, in most cases, deport 12 million fucking people out of one country into another country. Build a wall between those two countries over thousands of miles, impregnable enough to make a difference, and have the one country that ain't got nearly as much money pay for it. That type of thing. But the other shit, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't tell you how he would do anything. Just that he says shit to get people to cheer the line. So cancer we're done with cancer when I'm president. Well, good. Yay. How the fuck are you going to do that, motherfucker?
I am convinced more and more by the day that this is all a rib, and he's doing this to get Hillary elected. I'm more and more convinced by the day that they're in cahoots, because otherwise it just makes no sense.
But there's people out there who says that they wouldn't still believe wrestling if we hadn't fucking exposed all that shit. If they'll believe this shit, what makes these people think that he has the fucking wherewithal, or the fucking knowledge, or the experience, or the backing, or the fucking foresight, or the goddamn intelligence, or the fucking planning skills necessary to execute any of the shit that he's talking about? Because he's rich? Because he's a billionaire on paper? Maybe we don't know, because we don't see his fucking paperwork. He wants to see the birth certificate, but we don't see his fucking tax return. If that's the qualification, just because a guy has a lot of money, that is, first of all, so random by opportunity and circumstance. And secondly, for the people who say we ought to run the government like a business, no, that's not what you want to do. You don't want to run the government anything like a business, because business people, mostly, overall, a great majority of them, fucking suck. As big business people, corporate business people, they're fucking crooked, or they're fucking liars, or they're willing to lie in the case of fucking business, and they can separate that from their personal lives. Or they're just fucking greedy and trying to amass a large fucking fortune. But the bigger the business asshole that is that has to run it. So if Donald Trump is the boss of a bunch of big businesses, then that must mean that he's a big fucking asshole. Because you don't get that much money or to be running companies like that when you have a goddamn half a lick of fucking compassion for your fellow man and a half a lick of decency and tell the truth at least the majority of the fucking time. That shit don't happen to those people. Because you can't get there by doing those things. It's mutually exclusive. It's like fucking jumbo shrimp. So
everyone thinks his business is that he's this big real estate developer and he builds all these buildings, but I believe the majority of his business now is just licensing. He finds some other builders and he licenses the rights to use the name Trump on that building, but then he has nothing else to do with it.
And when is the last? We ought to maybe Styles could do some research or put it down to the fucking graphics department or somebody here at MLW and do some research on when's the last time he ever built anything besides a tower of shit that he's fucking pawning up. But my original question. People believe this. People are buying this. They don't have cognitive ability to fucking listen to the fact that he's not saying anything? How does it not slap you in the face when I look at him for 5 fucking minutes? I feel I am demonstrably less intelligent than I was 5 minutes previously after listening to him, and I know it. It's hitting me in the face. He's making me stupid. And we talked about how stupid people are for buying this fucking Trump fiasco. Even his own party, by the way, we didn't even talk about that, but even his own party's trying to fucking, because they've realized Donald Trump would be so bad for the country that they ran Sarah Palin as a vice presidential candidate, but they're trying to stop him from getting the nomination, even the Republicans. That's how bad Donald Trump was. Sarah Palin was acceptable. But Donald Trump, we got to stop, even his own. All right.